Alien invasion. In 1938, Orson Welles and other actors transmitted frightening news bulletins about an alien invasion occurring in Grover's Mill, New Jersey. The troupe was performing a radio play based on the science fiction novel The War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells. The following morning, a front-page headline in the New York Times declared, "Radio listeners in panic, taking more drama as fact." This widely reported version of events grew to a legend that Wells' broadcast caused as many as 12 million people to panic. People believed Martians had invaded.
Okay, the first paragraph tells us that Orson Welles transmitted a news story over the radio about an alien invasion. And the next morning, the newspapers indicated that people took it as fact and were panicked. This story grew to a legend. People believed Martians invaded.
Scholars question the accuracy of this legend, suggesting that reports exaggerate the degree of public hysteria. The authors of one article go so far as to assign blame for the exaggeration to the newspaper industry. In the article, two professors of communication studies suggest that the newspaper industry sought to discredit the emerging technology of radio, which was cutting into newspapers' profits. The newspaper industry attempted to do this by characterizing the new medium as irresponsible.
If we move to paragraph 2, it tells us, well, wait a second. Scholars question the accuracy of this legend. And they begin to outline a couple professors who questioned it and indicated or even blamed the newspaper industry for attempting to sensationalize this to make the radio look irresponsible.
Proof of ulterior motives is scarce. For instance, the ratings indicate that a mere 2% of households had listened to the broadcast. The professors also debate the validity of a report based on a survey conducted several weeks after the broadcast. Just because the report was somewhat unsettling, it doesn't mean people reacted with real terror. According to this report, 1 million people indicated that they had been frightened by the broadcast. Ratings, however, reveal that fewer than 1 million people had been listening to the broadcast. Furthermore, the professors note that this survey equated being disturbed or excited by the program with being panicked.
The third paragraph tells us, well, the proof of ulterior motive for that is actually very scarce, and it goes on to indicate that a lot of the facts behind it really don't add up. Only a mere 2% of audience listen to the broadcast. It doesn't really indicate, because they're unsettled, doesn't mean that people are acted with real terror. And there are only less than 1 million people even listening to the broadcast. To say that over 1 million people were terrorized can't be if less than 1 million were listening. And they pointed out that people said they were disturbed or excited, but that doesn't necessarily mean they were panicked. Okay. This is written as a third-person informative essay, as typical for the Edit Revise B. I think we're ready to kind of answer the questions.